If you like the rhythm, if you like the blues, if you like the beat that makes you move. If you can't give up, if you can't move on, let go with the music, let the movement bring you along. It's been a long, long time in an unknown space, the place where we united under one bass, under one treble, under me sensei. Everybody knows that we be rebels. Follow your senses to higher levels. Transform musical connections. Time is introspective. Thoughts are all collected and respected, not neglected. Connected through vibrations of the sounds that we create. We offer verbal food for thought. You eat it, clean your plate. Never hesitate. Always set it straight. Cause the music be the movement. We come in heavyweight. Roll to the rhythm. The music you've been given. The music is the movement. This is how we come to live it. Roll to the rhythm. The music you've been given. The music is the movement. This is how we come to live it. Roll to the rhythm. The music you've been given. Music is the movement, this is how we come to live it. Roll to the rhythm, the music you've been given. The music is the movement, this is how we come to live it. Special effect.
Like this, son.
Special effect. Turn it back. Special effect.
Like this, son.
Special effect. Turn it back. To the rhythm, the music you've been given. The music is the movement, this is how we come to live it. Roll to the rhythm, the music you've been given. The music is the movement, this is how we come to live it. Roll to the rhythm, the music you've been given. The music is the movement, this is how we come to live it. Roll to the rhythm, the music you've been given. The music is the movement, this is how we come to live it.
Bam! What's up, everybody?
Boom! What's
Man,
going on?
Woo! It's been a long time, man. A few weeks
been.
at least.
Yeah.
So you guys remember Chucky G? He's going to be
Chucky
with
G,
us
baby,
today.
in the house.
Now we know that he's not going to dab in with us because he has to go back to his day job, and he wants to be sharp for all his clients. Hey, you know what this is? AOD.
Hell yeah.
Artisan of Dank Concentrate. This is Fritter Mint.
Oh,
Man, it's fire.
I got me some OG blend.
OG blend, baby. Let me see that.
Look at that.
Man, it's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Looking
Looking good. Oh, yeah.
We are going to give away 10 grams of this rosin. Now, if you comment now on the post before whoever's on the wheel right now is all that's getting on there because we're here. We can't go back and do it.
I'm sitting here. I can't be on the computer too. So.
And he's the HMFIC when it comes to putting names on the wheel. But look at all that we've got. We're not giving away all that. We're giving away 10 of those today. So, yeah. So what are y'all dabbing in with today if it's not AOD?
Hopefully.
Or are you even dabbing if you ain't dabbing AOD? All right.
I've never smoked rosin.
Yeah, I was going to say, we just got a virgin
Who?
on there. Virgin rosin
Von
smoker.
Hart.
Yvonne, you haven't smoked rosin before? Oh, I could have swore you were a veteran.
Right?
She's been a follower for a while.
I have to change that.
I really feel like I'm missing out
Oh, yeah.
here.
You are missing
I know
out.
I am. I know I am. If I could, I would.
But you can't, so you
But
won't.
I can't.
I
so
know
I
that's
won't.
right. So,
But don't hate me because you ain't me.
oh, no. So, I've got a
Take a breath. Chill.
personal, that's what happens when I try to
Choke
talk
it
on
when
my
you
lungs
smoke it.
full. And I do have a little personal confession here in a little bit once I get done dabbing.
Uh-oh.
Today is Confession Monday. With
Confession.
Big B.
Tuesday. Confession
Tuesday.
Monday.
See, I'm already out.
Bro, you don't need
I know, right? I don't
Yeah,
need
maybe
it,
you
obviously,
do
because
need
I'm
a
missing
dab,
out.
bro.
Maybe I
This
do.
is
just to
top
catch
shelf.
up.
The only
Maybe
thing
it's
that
because
matters-
every day is a Monday for me at work.
And this is top shelf. Tuesday's the only day on top shelf.
Top Shelf Tuesday.
That would suck, dude, if every day was
Every
a
day
Monday.
was a Monday.
Yeah.
Every day's Groundhog
I have
Day.
4 Mondays and a Friday. So, Groundhog Day. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, wake up every day, feel like you're doing the same thing.
Okay, I'm going to stop there because here's why. So, what was the date? What was the date that we took off down to Dallas?
November
bro?
8th.
So, since November 8th, Damn, it's been over a month,
Yeah,
bro.
has been.
So since November 8th, I don't know how many of you know, but Chuck and I here, we went to Dallas, Texas for 4 days. And while we were down there, we attended Unleash the Power Within, which is a Tony Robbins seminar. And think what you want about Tony Robbins. It was very, very amazing. So
Enlightening.
But before I went down there, I had actually decided that I wanted to take a bit of a tolerance break. Because when you can smoke a joint as fat as my pinky and not really feel it, of my best cannabis,
Right.
Sour Diesel or CM1 or any of the other kick-ass varieties that I have in my garden, when you can smoke a big old fatty, 3.5, 4 grams, and not feel it, your tolerance is up just a bit. And you know, you just smoke a lot of weed, and
Right.
you waste a lot of weed, in my opinion. And then you dab, and I go through a gram. I mean, literally, I was going through an ounce of flour a week, and probably 2 to 3 grams a dab.
Well, when we were
or
doing
rosin.
when we were doing the main show, there were nights where we were each gramming close to a dab in just that hour
You
show.
mean dabbing close to a gram?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did say. Oh, you definitely need some more.
Yeah,
Here, taking my dab. He was gramming close
He was
to a
gramming
dab.
a dab.
Yeah.
So anyway, you know, we. So I was like, man. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to quit dabbing.
Right.
I mean, God, who could do that, right? Who would want to anyway? So what I did was I made an agreement with myself that I was only going to consume cannabis in the evening after dinner, and or maybe just before bed, which is usually right after
Right.
dinner, because I usually eat dinner. Brenda gets home around 7:15. I usually cook, grill, whatever, and then we make dinner together. She does the side. She's my sous chef, and then anyway, that don't matter. It's usually like 8 o'clock by the time that
Right.
we're done eating. Okay, and so then we hang around for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and we're usually hitting the bed by around 9:30, 10 o'clock. Why? Because I get up at fucking 5, man.
Right.
You know, so I go to bed
Gym
early.
comes
That's
early.
just the way I
True
do.
story.
I've stuck with that this whole time, and man, I'm going to tell you what. I'm really amazed at what I found. What did we learn
Which part?
in Texas?
Which part?
It's fascinating.
It's fascinating. Oh, yes.
Fascinating to me.
Yes, yes,
That-
yes.
How I feel. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still love my cannabis, but I'm only mainly like if I have a sesh, like if some homies come over and we
Right.
sit down and we have a sesh on the weekend, that's cool. Okay,
Right. And it's the
that's
weekend.
cool. It's a weekend. But generally, I'm just dabbing before I go to bed now. And man, I'm just feeling like my workouts are way better.
Oh, yeah. We've been
I'm
hitting
feeling
it hard.
like my
little sharper in the mind.
concentration. Yeah, dude, my concentration's there. I got to the point where I couldn't sit down and read for any more than like a chapter, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, whatever. I was always stoned, so I was going to say whether I was stoned or not, but I was always stoned, and I would just be like, yeah, and pretty soon, you know how you read, and you get like the first chapter in, and then you're reading still, and then you're like, what the fuck did I just
Yeah.
read? And so
Yeah.
you have to
Oh,
go
your
back
mind goes to wandering, yeah.
halfway to where you fucking
Yeah.
remember, and then you start reading again.
Yep.
And so
If I smoke before I read, that's exactly what happens.
right. Yeah, well, and I was always
Yeah.
smoked. I was always smoked
Right.
up, always.
Right.
So now I can actually, read a book
Yeah.
Right.
and not, and I've got a couple books I'm reading. So anyway, I'm just saying, reducing my usage to when it's necessary or just as a social, when I have friends that come over and we want to sesh, which is usually once or twice a week. I'm feeling, very good. I'm feeling very
That's
good
awesome.
about it, and this is coming from me, man. Okay, dude, I've been smoking weed from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed since my last marriage started falling apart in 2006.
Wow.
I mean, literally.
Almost 20 years.
Almost
Yeah, almost
20
20 years.
fucking years
That's
I've been smoking weed all day long.
So over this
Okay.
past month, noticing that your workouts are sharper and things like that, how else has it affected you?
Well, just my concentration, dude. And I mean, like, okay, I told Zach, I said, now, dude, because me and Zach spent a lot of time together, and I was like, dude, now, tell me if I'm start being too aggressive or whatever, and because I'm a different person when I'm not smoking weed all the time. And the biggest thing is, and he's noticed it, is that, dude, I'm nonstop. It's like
I definitely noticed
it's like
that
I'm
too.
doing fucking
Yeah.
coke all the time, dude. It's like I'm just bam, 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 let's get it done, let's get it done, let's get it done. And so I'm very productive.
Yeah.
Also,
I can tell
I've
that.
dropped about 10 pounds that I couldn't drop before, and I'm steady dropping. Which since 2006, I steady gained 10 pounds. I mean, I went from 270. You remember back in the day, dude? I was 275 and 12% body fat. So I was pretty stacked out. But then when I started going through my problems with my marriage, I stopped. I had a broken ankle that put me out of training for about 3 months and some other shit, and then I just never went back. And I just let myself go. And I got up when I got with Brenda. I was like 365 pounds, man. And it was just like, holy shit, you don't notice yourself gaining that weight, and then you look in the mirror and you're like, holy fuck, man, how did I get so out of shape, man? How did I let myself go so far,
Yeah.
And it ain't like I haven't been out of shape before and gotten in shape and then let myself go again, So I knew what it was like to be out of shape and to be overweight and to be that way. I knew, and I let myself go there again. So what's it been, 2.5 years? You and I started going to the gym
Something
daily.
like that. Yeah. something
And I
like
mean, the most we've missed is maybe 3 to 4 days.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a week. I mean, I've had a shoulder injury.
When I blew my finger up, I was out for a little while.
Yeah,
but
he almost took the end of his finger off.
Right.
So, and he was out. But otherwise, we've been every single day, and we've had that discipline. And so, feeling great. But, now instead of going in and doing a couple, 3 sets, 2 different exercise groups, hit the chest, do dumbbell presses and then flies, and it's like, we're out of here. Dude, I mean, for the last month, we've been in there just killing it, dude.
That's awesome.
We're
hitting
doing
new maxes.
5
Good
different,
deal.
5
personal bests.
5 exercise. Oh, I ain't hitting my personal best yet, bro.
I definitely am.
I'm gonna have to fucking. I would definitely have to do some serious drugs to hit my personal best, and until maybe another couple of years, dude.
Right.
Because I mean, when I was doing strongman, brother, I'm squatting, close to 600, pounds plus. I'm benching, 485. I mean, you remember back in the day, dude. I was strong, and I mean, carrying, doing the farmer's carry, fucking carrying, 300 pounds in each fucking arm, walking, 30 pace, so anyway, no, I haven't hit my personal best yet. Only have I hit my personal best here.
Right.
Okay, because I'm
That's
damn
good.
determined.
That's
dude.
yeah.
So maybe the personal best emotionally.
So the
Maybe,
less you've
yeah.
consumed over the past month has really helped you.
Absolutely,
it's been
and I'm
way
not
more
trying to
beneficial.
influence anybody, but you know what? Try to take a little tolerance break, cut back until you just go, getting ready to go to bed to help you sleep, and see how it does. Now, if you're in chronic pain, and that's your pain med, look, man.
Yeah.
There are other things that I'm going to address, and that's kind of the direction our show's going. And we're in the process, and it might take a minute, because we're paying for everything ourselves. But we're in the process of building out a new studio.
Yes, we are.
We're in the process of all that stuff. That's why we're in this temporary little studio here. But and when we launch our new show,
Yep.
it's going to be a lot different than the old show.
But you're gonna love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we're going to talk
Got a lot of new things coming.
because look, man, I am a medical cannabis caregiver, okay, medical.
Both of us
okay.
are.
I care about the healing properties of the plant and the concentrates. You know, the whole plant. I care about the healing properties, and so that goes over. And there are a lot of other natural plant-based healing plants and fungi that we've been robbed of from unjust laws. Psilocybin, ayahuasca, things like that. We're going to dive into some of that, but also, you know, I just want to impress to a lot of my patients, if you have chronic pain, and I'm going to try not to be too big of a dick, okay? But you know how hard that is for me. But I'm learning. If you have chronic pain and you're using cannabis for your pain management, I can applaud you for not using opiates.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay?
Definitely
and
a much better
especially if the
alternative.
cannabis only dulls the pain, and you still deal with a little pain, but you choose to use cannabis instead of opiates.
Right.
Some people it only makes it manageable. Some people it
Right.
kills it.
Yeah,
Where I'm
everybody's
going
definitely gonna have a
here
different
is
effect.
when you are using anything to deal with pain and you're shoving trash into your face, then one of the first things you need to do to manage your pain is to quit shoving trash into your face.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay? I can't impress this enough.
And that doesn't just mean stuff from the VA there, Timothy, either.
No,
Like,
no.
from the doctors. That's not just that stuff.
Well, he's talking about meds.
Right,
yeah,
right.
But he takes
Yes.
them from the VA. Yes, Tim. You know what, Timothy? I've got several of my patients. I don't have several patients. I have a few of my patients that
you have up to 6.
yes, I have up to 6 that are combat veterans. Some of them deal with physical ailments. Some of them deal with emotional ailments, and they get a lot of trash from the VA, Timothy.
Yes.
So yeah, more power to you motherfuckers
Well,
out there.
any chemical that you're going to use for pain meds is not going to be near as friendly to your body as something natural.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it's amazing what that stuff can do to your body over a long period of time, and you don't even realize it's happening. Just like you were talking about gaining weight over a long period of time.
Yeah.
Long-term use of opiates and things like that can really hurt you, but long-term use of this, not so much.
Well, and the thing about it is long-term use of high fructose corn syrup.
Yep.
Long-term use of certain types of foods and certain
All of
types of the
those,
chemicals that they
the poison. Yeah.
pour into our foods,
Certain
the fast
restaurants,
foods,
yeah.
the other stuff. Yeah, we got a restaurant we're going to talk about here in a minute. This stuff causes inflammation in your joints or any part of your body, which is going to increase the pain. It's going to cause you to deal with pains and sufferings that you don't need to.
Right.
If you would just kick the addictions to the sugar and the high fructose. And I'm not going to preach to you too much, but I'm just saying, all right, April, we'll let you know if you win.
See you, April.
So, I don't want to preach. I don't want to harp. I just want to very much impress that, it's been probably 6 years ago that right before COVID hit, that Brenda and I started getting very, very conscious with what we put in our face. And the thing about it is I actually thought I was eating clean. Mm-hmm. I actually really thought I was eating a clean diet. Because, hell, if I went to fast food, I grabbed a chicken breast sandwich
Right.
with, whatever. And I just...
It's really
I didn't. I was really ignorant.
It's a conscious effort.
Yes.
You have to make a conscious
Real
effort.
quick, Jill, I want to say hi. I met them remember I told you a while back I was talking to some people at the VA about the show? Well,
Jill,
they
hey,
came
nice
on.
to meet you,
Nice
Jill.
to meet you, Jill.
Nice to meet
Glad
you.
you're tuning in
Yeah.
for sure.
Anyway.
So anyway, that's kind of where our platform's going. And
Yeah.
I know I talk a lot, but that's why I sit here, because I have a lot of shit to say, and I haven't been on in so long. But I'm going to shut up now so somebody else can talk. I just want to impress you guys. If you want any dietary advice or any advice on healthy eating or anything like that, please hit me up. Just as much as cannabis.
Same here.
Just Chuck is he knows his shit. But I'm going to tell you what. If you really want somebody that knows their shit, you need to hit my wife up.
Oh, absolutely.
You need to hit Brenda up. That woman has self-educated herself to the point to where she literally I have seen her talk to nutritionists and them with their jaw hanging open going,
Yeah.
holy shit,
I can remember
this
the first
woman
time
knows her stuff.
I can remember the first time my wife met your wife, and that's all they could talk about because they both have so many similarities in what they study as far as herbs and nutrition. But Brenda blew me away in some of the things that she was saying.
It's unreal.
Really, yeah.
I'm blown away.
100%.
So anyway, you know, can we go ahead and just, while we're on this, just get it the hell out of the way? I saw a thing this morning on fast food and shit like that. We got a video, right?
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Oh, God damn it, you let me down, Zach.
You had one job. No,
Right?
How long's it been since we've done this, man?
It's been a while.
No, it's okay. So anyway, let me see what it was here. I'll go on and I'll remember the post because it's in our private messages.
While you're finding that, I was gonna say a moment ago about eating clean. Not about 2 years ago, I quit eating all the white powders. So sugar, salt, flour. Yeah. I know there was a joke there.
Just say ingesting the white powders.
Yeah,
bro.
ingesting the white powders. Now I've gone to some different white powders. No, on a serious note, I quit ingesting so much of the white powders, sugar, salt, and flour. And I'm gonna tell you what, I dropped 10 pounds immediately. And like you were saying, I always thought I was eating pretty clean. It was a pretty conscientious effort for me to eat clean every day. But I noticed that once I quit eating sugar, salt, and flour, man, it was difficult. But I was able to find some good alternatives to those. So if you guys need any hints on those, let me know. I'm happy to help too.
Okay, I just posted a link to this thing. It's about food, and I just wanted to share it real quick, and I'll shut the fuck up again. But let me go back here and see what it's about. It's just it's titled "Your Sandwich Has a Dirty Secret." It's about Chick-fil-A. It's about fast food. Just go watch it.
Is it anything?
Don't go
like
right now. Wait until this is over.
anything like the old what was it? Super Size Me.
Oh, you know what?
Oh my God! If you guys have not seen Super Size Me,
watch
highly
it.
recommend it.
Watch
You'll
it.
never eat McDonald's again,
Oh, dude. Yeah.
or most other
Dude,
fast
I
food
have
for
it.
that matter.
And that's what I was saying. I felt like I was eating so clean because I
Yeah.
didn't, you know, if I ate fast food, I went and got good
Right.
fast food. There is no fucking good fast food, dude.
There's some decent alternatives if you're really in a pinch.
Yeah,
but
if you
none
make
of
it
them.
in your fucking house, dude.
True story, and that's always the best way to do it, of
Yeah.
course. But if you are out, there are some decent alternatives out there.
It
There
ain't
are-
Starbucks, I can tell you that, brother.
but there are some restaurants, and I can't for the life of me think of the names right now of a lot of them. But there are some health conscious chefs that are opening places all around.
as far as restaurants go?
Well, just like little spots you can stop with even
Not
premium.
fast food, though.
No, not well. Depends on what you're categorizing as fast food. If it's food made fast that you can get right then, there are some good alternatives out there.
Well, there's Fuel Cafe.
Fuel, that was one of them. Thank you. That was one of them I was trying to think of.
Fuel Cafe over on Vivian
Yeah,
Road. I
Fuel
don't know
Cafe is
what
one of
their
them.
other. It's there, and
Yeah.
dude, we go there a lot of times. If we're out and running around, it's like, man, we need to get something to eat, dude.
Yeah, and
Evolve, isn't it Evolve?
Yeah.
This might hurt
the
some
one that
feelings.
used to be right up here in
It
Liberty.
used to be, but now I think it's just downtown.
This one might hurt some feelings, and I'm okay with that. But Chipotle is a good alternative.
Shit.
It's not their food is some of the freshest
Don't
as
listen
far
to
as
them. That's blasphemy.
oh whatever, man. Personally, that's one of my favorite choices. Now again, portion size is going to come into fact,
That's okay.
and things like that. But for a good alternative, Chipotle is a good alternative.
Everyone has their opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
And as far as I'm concerned, and this is just me, if I can't cook it, and it's not at a regular restaurant, but I do go to regular restaurants and shit. So
Yeah, same here.
But if I can't make it, and I don't know that it's made with like grass-fed beef or something, Tay's hamburgers,
Oh, yeah.
grass-fed
Oh
beef.
yeah.
Tay is the shit.
You know,
Yeah,
then
Tay,
I don't consume fast food. I
Wife
don't
and I-
go to McDonald's, Freddy's.
Right.
I don't go to KFC or Chick-fil-A or
Sonic.
I don't go to Chipotle. I don't go to Taco Hell. I don't go to any of those fucking places. Why? Because I don't really even know what the fuck they put in their food.
Right.
And if all of it is loaded with MSGs, all of it is loaded with shit to keep it from going bad. And I have been in a lot of restaurants in the back, and I've seen chicken that's been sitting in the fridge for a week get cooked and put out. And you know, there's just all
Yeah,
kinds of shit.
there are definitely.
I don't fuck with it. I don't want parasites. I don't want bacteria in my body. So my advice and what I'm talking about for me Everybody else do what the fuck they want, but for me, I just want to make sure that I know exactly what I'm putting in my body. Mm-hmm. And if I do go out to a restaurant, then I order a steak and some Brussels sprouts or some asparagus or a piece of salmon or whatever, you know, something that I know it doesn't have a bunch of breading all over it and any of that shit. So that's what we do.
The thing about making healthy choices, though, it really just takes one or two habits that you can replace with a good habit.
Absolutely.
At least over a short time. No need to go on a crash diet or anything like that.
It's taken me 10 years to get.
Yeah, I was going to say,
dude,
just changing one little habit over time. One habit here, one habit there, making those health conscious choices every day.
Dude, that's
the key.
The first thing I did was cut out high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my
it's
fucking
a huge
God,
difference.
Everything.
Yep.
Did you know ketchup?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Unless you get 100% pure tomato ketchup, it is basically fucking high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah. Yep. That's the first ingredient on the label.
And food coloring, you're eating fucking sugar if you're dipping your fries, and it's like, wow, man. So
what makes it so good, man.
Yeah.
Quitting high fructose corn syrup.
Just paying attention.
That was
really
was a tough one.
Paying attention to the ingredients, reading the boxes.
Go by step by step.
And the less you can buy prepackaged, that's another key. The less you can buy prepackaged, fresh or frozen, those are always some good choices.
For you guys. So. Okay, so what else did we have?
Anyway, what gets me is I've gotten to the point now, especially when it comes to, I don't know why it's McDonald's specifically, but when I'm driving and I drive by a McDonald's, it actually upsets my stomach seeing a line around the building.
Oh, I know.
And I'm just like, you're killing yourself. Yeah,
fucking Chick-fil-A, dude. They have a 2-hour fucking waiting line, dude.
I'm just like,
and they're Christians, God's people. It's like, really, did you know that the Bible that you follow says not to eat that shit that you're selling?
Right.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
It says not to eat that shit. Anyway, I'll rest my case there. So anyway, who stopped McDonald's? Timothy, no shit, dude. 9 years ago.
Same.
That's got to be 4 or 5 for me.
So anyway.
Yep, Rachel, very good point. Look into other healing herbs for health.
Absolutely.
Very good point. Very good point. Anything natural and herbal.
Brenda says high fructose corn poison.
Oh, and yes, again, Rachel, probiotic. So I'm drinking right now. Drink a little poppy probiotic.
A little poppy seed.
Yeah,
You're gonna
poppy seed probiotic.
Test positive for heroin, brother. You know what I'm drinking right now? Fucking water.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I would be, but I left mine at my office, so I'm quite parched right now. So.
Do you need something to drink?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Good thing you aren't taking a dab with us then.
I know.
Yeah, no, right?
Dude,
I'd be shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
So we're going to shift gears a little bit, and we're going to talk about some cannabis stuff. Again, I'm going to give away 10 of these. Maybe I might even give away more. Who knows? We're going to spin. We got all your names on the wheel of dank. We're going to spin it at the end here, and we're going to just start giving these motherfuckers away. And if you can come get them, we'll meet you here in Kansas City somewhere. We're going to be out in Columbia in February.
Bring up the second image.
The Frost Bowl. What do y'all know about the Frost Bowl?
There it is.
This thing's put on by this cat named Justin, Growing with Justin. If you guys know him, this is a non-industry cannabis cup, non-industry related cannabis cup. Basically, it's bud and rosin or bud and concentrate competition, and so. This is like the third one.
Yeah, second. I think this is the
second
official.
Or the third. Okay.
This is the second Frost Bowl, but I think he's done 3 competitions.
Well, he does them quite a bit. I think he did one earlier this year also.
Yeah.
And I'm just ecstatic to see somebody out there doing that that is not industry related. So.
Right.
We encourage that. I don't know if you can still get in with bud or not, because I know the turn-in is between now and Saturday for a flower. Mm-hmm. And I think I got a message that said the turn-in for rosin was by the 30th. But don't quote me on that. But you may still be able to get in on the rosin. Hit Growing with Justin up. He's on Facebook and Instagram. And see... But, so it's going to be cool. We're going to be out there, and just mingling.
Yep.
Don't know if we're going to have a booth. Not really trying to do that whole thing again. But if we do, we'll be there. If not, then we'll be walking around. Let us know you're going to be there, and we'll meet you there if you win and you're close to that area. So if you don't live close to us, we will work something out. I have a friend that loves to take his fucking motorcycle everywhere. So
we'll actually see him in a little bit too.
Yeah, one of these days.
So,
so
is this a new business venture? Uber Smokes?
Uber Smokes. I wish, no, because then you got to be tied in with Metric and all that shit. So I kind of like not being tied in with any of those guys. So, but we will get this dab to you somehow. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, we're going to be doing that in a little bit, but the Frost Bowl is going to be cool. There's going to be home growers all over the state that's going to be entering their flower. There's going to be all kinds of processors all over the state that's going to be entering their rosin. In Kansas City, I know you can do your drop-offs if you are in Kansas City and you have entered the competition. You can drop your stuff off at KC Grow Depot on North Oak Traffic Way. Just go in there and talk to Brian and tell him, here, man, here's my shit. You should have got your turn-in packages by now. So let's do what we can do to support the local non-industry guys out there that are doing a good job. I'm not talking about, I'm not even going to go into all the drama bullshit, but there's, let's support the guys who aren't part of that. Let's support the guys who are really out there doing something for the love of the herb and not just so they can look how cool we are and look how much we can party.
Doing stuff for the community.
Look at this, look at that. No, really, let's support those guys, who are, so.
Doing it themselves.
Yes, sir. Doing it themselves. And, I'll say this, another personal confession, because one of the things that I believe and I'm bringing back into my life is accountability. And, one of my personal confessions also, a lot of y'all wonder what the fuck happened to Big V and Zach. Well, you know what? I got a little caught up in the ego, okay? I got a little caught up in the ego, and I needed to decompress myself. And so we quit.
Yeah.
I said, this isn't good. This isn't good to feel this way. It isn't good to be in my ego. It isn't good to deal with all the other fucking inflamed egos out there that I had to deal with.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, man. Oh my God, it's like, good grief, all these overinflated egos you have to deal with. And then you become one of them, and that's one thing you don't want to do. And so you get puffed up, and it's just like,
sometimes it's good just to take a break.
Brakes, dude.
Sometimes it's good just to take a break and recoup and
absolutely.
And
so
reevaluate.
Personal confession. So I'm just being transparent. Y'all know that I'm real. Caught up in my fucking ego when I first got in this. I got in this to help people.
Yep.
So all I gave a shit about. I actually had to be pushed into doing a podcast. This motherfucker right here would not leave me alone. Okay.
And even still, it was still, and that was both of our sites when we first met. I mean, we met over helping veterans.
Right.
And that was both of our initial goal.
And just
true story, Chad.
So anyway, reeled it back in, got myself together right here, and here we are. And we're gonna rock this shit out the way it's supposed to be from here on out. And I can't wait till the new studio's finished.
Right.
I can't wait till we can launch that fucking show again. And we're not gonna tell you too much about it, but it's gonna fucking rock out.
But if you've been following along recently, you probably can get some pretty good hints.
Oh yeah. Well, and I'm gonna say this: we are planning. And we haven't even shared it with Chuck yet because we haven't seen him yet. But Zach and I were on a road trip Saturday. Okay, and we spent 12 hours in my truck. And we did a lot of visioning.
Yep.
Okay, and we do have the initial vision and plans for an event this year, but it's not going to be anything like what you think. It's not going to be a cannabis event, but it's going to fucking be lit. So
it is.
Stay tuned for that. We're going to be doing a lot of man stuff because we are men and we love being men. And
like
men are fucking
man
awesome.
shit.
And we like doing man shit. So just follow us along. But we also love
Keep
women.
following.
We love the ladies. We love
We do
that
love the ladies.
feminine vibe. Okay,
Yes.
we love it. Okay, our wives bring a great feminine vibe.
Yes, they do.
The other females in the community bring a great female vibe. There's a lot of wisdom there to be had.
It really is.
You know, so we definitely are not like, fuck the women.
No.
No,
No,
dude,
if anything,
we're
I would
about
say that
living
we're-
the elevated life,
Yeah,
man.
I would say that we're encompassing our masculinity to be better men for the women.
Yes,
in
absolutely.
our lives. So, and for ourselves, but so
Well, I
we can
think
just be better man.
I think if you're a full and authentic in who you are,
Absolutely.
you're going to be a man.
Yeah.
You know,
So
that
that's really what
carries
we're
that
trying
out
to do is just encompass that masculinity in a good, positive manner
and impress other people to do the same.
Right. Correct. Yeah.
Younger
and,
men,
and
older men who are lost.
yes, and motivate and mentor other men to be able to do the same thing, but be that man that we should be for not only ourselves but for the women and other people in our lives.
Fuck yeah, man.
Right.
Boom. So that's what we're doing. Women like to eat too. I'm not even going to go there, Zach. I'm not even going to
Oh, yeah,
Anyway.
that's a whole nother conversation,
Yeah,
right?
so
I don't even
Maybe,
know if I'm ready for that one.
Maybe I might have to change the ratings of the show and the
right.
audience
Oh,
level.
we're already 21 and up, brother. We are already 21 and up. So, but I hear there's a lot of younger people that kind of hang out with their parents in the background and watch the show.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I bet you Dakota Nafzinger's out there somewhere. I bet he's out there.
Oh, of course. I'm sure he is.
He's tuning in.
Right.
So, but yeah, so you know what?
She's such
Right,
nasty.
Rachel. We need warriors, not wussies.
I didn't say it, Christine. You did. Don't even be putting that off on me.
Right?
Don't even be putting that shit off on me. So,
Oh, man.
anyway, we did a thing earlier this year. We started doing it, and we got, sometimes life just don't work out the way you want it to. So we got sidetracked with some other shit,
Yep.
priorities. And we were doing a No Shave November deal.
Yes.
Right.
Okay? And so we did a few No Shave November makeovers,
Yep.
right? We had
Wonder
three.
who.
We had 3 people that love their beards, and we took them down to a place downtown after they committed to not cutting their hair, which one of them, he ain't cut his hair since fucking
Right.
Jesus was a baby. But
He could pass for Jesus there for a while.
almost, But our,
Just needed the white robe.
Our own homie Squatch.
Right?
He's
So-
not squash no more.
No. No.
And then Dave Stevenson
Yep.
and Zach all went down to a place. What was that place called?
Whiskey,
Tell them about it,
Whiskey,
dude.
Beard Barber, and Shave Parlor. Or not Shave Parlor. I'm sorry. Cigar
Cigar, yeah,
bar.
it was dude, they had some nice cigars.
Yes,
for
they
lunch.
did.
I don't
Yeah, they
smoke
did.
that.
Man, that place was awesome.
Yes.
I mean, it really, you want to talk about a good
shave.
Yeah, you want to talk about a
man.
masculine vibe, but here's the great part. I just want to bring this detail up. It was a very masculine vibe, and you'll see on the video that we're going to play, but it was owned by a woman.
Yeah.
And that was
the main one of the main, and she is one of the main barbers.
Yeah, she's also one of the main barbers, but man, I thought that was really, really
It
cool.
had a hardcore man vibe.
Right, it absolutely did, and just plays right along into what we were just talking about and what we're planning on doing. So, see, we're not forgetting about you, ladies.
Right.
We were the only white dudes in there.
Yeah, that's true.
That made it awesome.
I
because-
felt right at home.
Oh, I know you did, Chuck.
And they,
But no.
they had all went to KC Canafest too. They
They had all went to
yes.
KC Canafest.
It was just down
Right.
the road from there, so it was really awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, it really was, man. It was great. It was.
And
great.
you know what? You all know that Zach has
Oh,
a
yeah.
video.
Of course I do.
We do.
Go ahead and hit it.
Do it.
Live in the moment till I die.
And I
Man, I'm telling you, Jeremy.
Wasn't that a great video, guys?
Dude,
and
Jeremy
ladies?
could throw a sports coat on and fucking just rock that
Yeah,
road,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great deal. It was great. Most dramatic change, I'd say, would be in him. Yeah,
Jeremy.
Would be Jeremy.
Now that was
Absolutely.
Pete the Barber. Follow him on Instagram.
Pete the Barber at
Pete the Barber.
You can actually watch him cut Jeremy's hair on his Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
did
did
it live. That
Pete.
was awesome.
It's Pete the Barber _ KC, isn't it? Or Pete
believe.
_ the Barber KC.
I think it's something.
Put it up
So
there.
anyway,
Put it
yeah,
up
we'll
there.
put it up there
Instagram
for
link.
you, and I highly recommend that place too. That guy was like an artist. I sat and watched him cut that hair, and man, you could see it in the video just how determined and passionate he was. So it's down at 1600 Cherry. So
Hell
go
yeah.
see them guys, man. Highly
1600
recommend it.
Cherry
Yep.
downtown.
Yep.
Not just a few blocks from where we threw the Canna
Yep,
Fest.
absolutely.
And they got a really cool. You go in there and you saw it, but upstairs. Did
Yeah,
you
we
have,
should've-
was there video from
No,
upstairs?
we didn't take any video
Upstairs,
Yeah,
is
a whiskey
like
bar.
whiskey bar, good whiskey,
and cigar bar.
And yeah, you get your cigars downstairs, bring them up, and you smoke your cigar. And I would imagine a few of them.
Yeah, I'm sure there's
Split
more,
that open
more than just cigars.
Myers,
I
our
don't
smoke
know.
session about to start, brother.
But yeah, it was
That
great.
freaked me out,
That
man. I
lounge
thought-
upstairs, man, they were playing some games up there, doing some bones. Looked like one table had some cards going, so it's a pretty little chill spot. And I
What
noticed
do you
there were
think they were
quite.
playing? What game?
I would say probably spades.
I would say.
Yeah, most likely.
Because-
but I don't know that for sure. But the other thing I noticed is just there were people walking in just to go upstairs and chill.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
not
Oh,
even
yeah.
to get a haircut, just to go upstairs and chill in the whiskey bar and the cigar bar.
It was
So,
a really cool.
highly
vibe.
recommend place.
Really, really cool vibe. So, yeah, I
And
loved
Pete,
it.
man, he's an artist. He did
He
great.
is.
I've never had my beard taken care of like that. I was.
Yeah, if you
very
go over to his
impressed.
Instagram and watch that video, it shows quite a bit more of how he did it. And I was sitting back watching just how meticulous he was, and
Oh,
and it was like watching an artist with a paintbrush. It really was.
Right. Yeah, it was. It was
So I
awesome.
was just reading some of the comments. See what happens if I'm not running my mouth.
Took 10 years off.
Everybody
his
runs
life.
out. Everybody runs out of shit to say. And
Right.
gets quiet.
Hey, look, he says, Kim says, geez, took 10 years off his life.
Who you talking about?
Oh,
Kim?
Jeremy probably
Yeah,
from
I'm
the look.
assuming Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he looked fucking hot, dude. I mean,
Right.
and not in, I mean, but he looked
No
sharp.
homo,
dude.
right? Is
Right,
that what
no
you're gonna
homo.
say?
I mean, yeah, I don't want to offend anybody out there,
Right.
But in the '80s, and
Yeah.
I'm saying not in a gay way, okay?
Right.
Gay means joyous and fun and happy
Yep.
and all that. So why is it such a bad connotation? They're happy people. Anyway,
Looks like we have a new YouTuber, Dandy. I'm new here.
new
Could
YouTube.
you do an introduction?
what kind of introduction you want, brother? Chuck,
Yep.
Chucky G,
I'm Chucky G.
Big V,
And I'm Zach.
and Zach. So this is Top Shelf, getting ready for this platform here during the day on Tuesdays to change to AOD, Artisans of Dank, Sesh, and then we're going to be starting our new.
Yeah, 2024 is going to be
yeah.
awesome. I mean,
We used to have an
Just
evening show,
awesome.
Dandy. We used to have a Tuesday evening show
7 p.m. every
at
Tuesday.
7
Yeah.
p.m. Yeah, and it ran for an hour on Tuesday nights. Well, we shut that down in April, and we have gone on a crazy journey.
yeah, I would say that's a good way to
Crazy,
put it.
Oh, yeah.
crazy,
Crazy
journey,
journey, yeah.
man. Watching the universe just move and do shit, and so we're currently revamping our studio. We actually are moving our studio and
Rachel said, "Back off, my man."
oh, Rachel, but you're not here.
Wait till the camera goes off.
Yeah, right. So anyway, and we're doing a new studio, and we're going to start up our new show shortly. So if that tells you who we are, and right now I'm a medical cannabis caregiver. So is Zach. Chuck's not.
I'm not, but that doesn't mean I don't have things going on.
That's right. So, but
I got plenty enough keeping me busy.
Chuck's got other fine qualities. that
Other
are going
ventures.
to bring,
Other-
that's going to bring a lot to the table.
Financial,
here.
mainly.
Yes, sir. So-
Financial ventures.
and you'll learn more about him as we go,
Yeah.
and he'll yeah, I'm sure you guys are gonna love him just as much as you love us.
Oh,
And,
thanks, Big B. I
well,
appreciate
you know,
that.
Hey, bro.
Love you too, brother.
You've been in my life for a long time, man.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't
30
be there
plus
that
years.
fucking long if you wasn't down. So
30 years.
Anyway,
Long time.
yeah, man. So what else we got, Zach?
Well, you know, we've kind of jumped off of it, and I was thinking we were going to go this way, but you brought up the Frost Bowl.
Okay.
We did something for the Frost Bowl on Friday. You remember that?
Well, I don't remember doing it for the Frost Bowl, but it definitely goes into the.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not. I'm not saying.
Right.
But it could have been for the Frost Bowl, but it could have just been us doing some shit. So go ahead.
Yeah, but we, of course, I made another video because
He does.
I just like making videos.
All right.
So, but yeah, we got a video on some bubble hash, a different
Right.
method than we've ever done on this show.
Well, yeah. So what we did is
Welcome, Dandy.
we reverted back to a simpler method, and we actually we're working with fresh frozen material. I needed to have more control over the agitation and stuff. So basically what we did is we jumped back down to a 5-gallon bucket with some bubble bags and a drill with a paint mixer on it that I could, a variable speed drill that I could control the agitation on. So yeah, hit that video, brother. What's up, everybody? Hey, Big B here. We're getting ready to wash off some hash, and this is going to be some really good shit. White truffle, all this, fresh frozen, all bud. All bud. Look at that, man. So I'm going to put this into soak, and we're doing a small batch. So today I'm just using a 5-gallon bucket right here, and I'm going to do some hand agitation. And I'm going to, because we're doing the delectable here. We're doing the shit that they write books about, make movies about, all that. This is frozen, and I want small material, so I'm going to bust it up a little bit before I put it in there. Make sure it's the size that I want to wash, because I like my bud to be, a little broke up, smaller pieces, you get better yield. So that's where I'm going for. Especially fresh frozen, you're getting a little less yield anyway off of the fresh material. So yeah, but I think it's good and ready. I'm going to dump it in here, and we are going to get this soaking in some water. So we'll be back. So you notice I've got a little agitator here on this drill, and I love this thing, and I can control it's a multi-speed drill. Yeah, it's just a rigid hammer drill. Clean it up real good, wipe it down, and then I can control the agitation. And I'm going to do this for a few minutes. On the first run, I got a little bit of ice in there just to keep the water ice cold. And I'm just going to sit here and agitate it. You can see I've got my timer running, so I know how long I'm going. I've been going for just over a minute now, but I'm going to do this for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then I'll dump it off into here, and then I'll add more water to it, maybe some more ice, but mostly water, and then I'll do it again. And I'll do this 3 or 4 times before I'm ready to, call it quits. And then I'll separate all what I got out of here, and then what I'll do is I'll just rip the shit out of this. But the problem is fresh frozen. If you agitate too hard with fresh frozen, you're gonna promote those plant cells to burst open and release chlorophyll, and you'll get green chlorophyll. You see these guys with green rosin? There's only one reason that there's color in your rosin, and that's because you have plant chlorophyll in that rosin. If you've got green rosin or purple rosin or something like that, trichomes are not purple. Trichomes are not green. They're clear, they're milky color, sometimes amber. You can get a dark amber rosin, and have healthy trichomes, but and I don't mind the dark amber rosin. Many times, you know, that's just a really mature trichome, a little too mature for me. But you know, a good creamy, milky color on your rosin is top notch. So we don't want to bust this plant cell open in here and get chlorophyll in our rosin, because it's just a pain in the ass to get out if you get it in there. And you're going to lose yield doing it. So we want just to get the premium resin glands off of this material. And a lot of people, they'll do it with their hands, but I'm pretty good with a drill, and I can control the amount of agitation. And it's a hell of a lot less strenuous on my limbs to do it this way. And so I'm going to sit here for about another 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm going to agitate this. And you can see I'm just gently kind of agitating this and not even disturbing the bag. And I'm going top to bottom, and even get a little bit busy with it to, you know, agitate it a little bit. I don't mind that. You know, I want to get those trichome heads knocked off of there. And this is the best way to do it. But I don't want to beat it up.
You cannot handle this. I don't think you can pay for the damages.
I'm just going to pour this off into here. I've already taken the bag out, and you can see how milky that water is. It's a little dingy. That's okay. You can see the trichomes down in there a little bit. See if I can pour it kind of slow. You can see, yeah, you can see them down in there, but I don't want to waste any of them. And these buckets were cleaned thoroughly, brand new buckets, and cleaned thoroughly before I did this. So that's the first dump into the 160 micron. And then I'm just take this and put it right back over here. Secure the bag again. And it's still got plenty of ice in there. So I'm just going to fill it back up with water and rinse and repeat. So there you have it. Okay, so I stopped what I was doing and get this on video. I've already removed the initial trash bag, which is the 160 micron. That's food grade. You can still use it to cook with and whatnot, so it's still a good product. It's just not this. This right here is the cream of the crop. This right here is what I'm going for. This is my 90 micron, and yeah, I got these neat toys, but you can see that what's funny is I've got all this money invested in this washing equipment. But when I come down to do what I consider a connoisseur grade of rosin is what I'm going for. So when I want, this is going to be mostly like pretty much a full melt bubble. When I do that, what I want to do is I want to just use the 90 micron bag. And so that's what I'm doing right here. And I'm going to go ahead and get all this I can. And I'm going to rinse this. And I got this nice hose, but what we do is, when we do this, we come right, I always come right back down to, you know, grassroots stuff. I'm using just a 5-gallon bucket, some bubble bags, hand agitation. You know, of course I do use a drill, but I can control the speed of it. So, and then I rinse through this, and it just makes a beautiful product. So come on over here, Zach. And I'm going to pull this down and you guys can see that product right there. And that's just beautiful. And I am using ice water to wash this down. Show them the bucket. We got a big bucket of ice water, and we've got our sprinkler pump on there that I got from Harbor Freight for like $200. So it wasn't that expensive, but yeah, so come on back over here, Zachary. So yeah, so I'm just, I'm getting all the water out of here. And then look at all that hash. Look at all that. That is just beautiful. So I'm gonna scrape that off with my spoon here. I got from my essential education course that I took out there in just outside of Denver. Nick Tannum's course, obviously, on rosin. Look at that. Oh my God. Woo! And what's funny is this is off of very mature plant material. Okay, I did not cut my grow to get pretty material. This is off fully matured bud. The same bud that I give my patients when I harvest. And now when I make medicine and I make rosin for my patients, I do more of a full spectrum, which means I don't use just the 90. So that's that. And then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to spread this out here so that it's nice and thin when it goes into the freeze dryer. And I will label this, I'll write what this is on this paper. But I'm going to spread this out, and if I need to, I'll actually add a little bit of moisture to this to help it lay down, because I really want to get a nice even dry on this. The best way to do that is just and that is pretty. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And I am going to add just a tad bit of water to it. Just a tad bit of moisture to help it lay down. Like I said, when this goes into the freeze dryer, I want this to be a thin sheet so that it all freezes evenly and dries out evenly. Otherwise, you can get chunks of stuff that didn't dry out in here. And yeah, so this is a really pretty hack. I'm very pleased with the way this white truffle is always a nice washer. It always is a nice washer. Take my time, and I know it looks like I might be being a little rough, but I'm actually being very gentle with these because I don't want to burst those resin glands. I just want to spread them out here. And that's some high quality THC right there. Oh yeah. High quality THC. All right. Yeah, you can turn that off now, Zach. It's a little noisy. And there it is. That's my 90 micron right there. So, and I'm going to go ahead and there's still a little bit in here from where I knocked it off my spoon. That's why I do it over this, because I knocked it off my spoon and put it right back in the bag. And I can scrape this up, add it to the rest. And there you have it. Now that'll go into the freeze dryer and it will be beautiful. I'm going to rinse this off here. And then we're going to go to the next one. Now that's just a 90 micron, okay? I've still got, there's still some in there. That's all right. And we'll rinse that out. The way I do that is, I'll show you here real quick. I'm just going to take, no, keep that on. I'm just going to pull this off. Turn this bag inside out, right here, and use cold water. Go ahead and grab that side, Zach. Use cold water to rinse that out. And there you have it. It's ready for the next run. Ready for the next batch. It's all good and clean. Flip it inside out. Hand that off. And then I do want to show you guys this too, so keep that camera running, Zach. Here's this. This is the next level of micron. This is my 73 micron. And I'm going to pull that up, and I just want to show you that. We still have to rinse it down, but well, here. Problem is I got this bucket full. You can see there's still a good amount of hash, but there is a little chlorophyll in that, but that'll all wash out and I'll get that out. But there's a good amount of hash in there, and then even down in here. But you can see it caught all the chlorophyll and stuff down in there. I won't even use any of this. I'll use that 73, but I won't use anything past it. So, because I just don't want the chlorophyll in my hash. So, this right here, cream of the crop, man. This is your full melt. This is your delectable fresh frozen single source solventless rosin. You just can't get any better than what I'm producing right here. So keep that in mind when you decide you want to start venturing off into the world of bubble hash. All right. That was awesome, man.
Now you know how to do bubble hash by hand.
Yeah. So, and again, yeah, I got a little chlorophyll in there, but I mean, to get that 90 the way it is, I did not have access to a cryogenic freezer.
Right.
If you have a cryogenic freezer and you can freeze that bud in a cryogenic freezer, it almost instantly freezes it, and it takes it down to minus 38 degrees Celsius. So it's really fucking cold.
Yeah, really
so when
cold.
you do that, you don't get chlorophyll in your
Precisely.
at all, ever. You can beat the shit out of that stuff and you'll never get chlorophyll in it. It's just like, it's basically freeze drying it. So, yeah, and I mean, but I didn't have access to one, and all I wanted was the 90 micron, and I got the 90 and the 73 micron, which is 73, that's really good too. So anyway, now you know the process. If you don't need all the fancy equipment to make good bubble hash.
Right.
All you need is a $100 set of bubble bags and a 5-gallon bucket, and honestly, a spoon. You can get in there with a spoon if you want to do it. I mean,
might take a little while.
I've always done it with a drill and a paddle bit like that, and with the fingers on it, and slow spin it and knock it off. And so you don't have to.
That's dry ice is it's a different
Now,
kind of wash.
wait, are you talking about to initially freeze dry the bud? Yes.
Right.
You could put the dry ice in a cooler, put the bud wrapped up in a turkey bag. You would want to set probably something across the dry ice, because if it was in a turkey bag and you set it right on the dry ice, you can burn the bud. So if you wanted to set like another thin layer of something in there, but yes, you could put that in there, and you could set dry ice on top of that.
Turn it into like a cryo freezer.
And and you could freeze dry it really quick. So yes, you can do that. I chose not to because, I mean, literally, we harvested 3 plants. We took those 3 plants, we threw them in the freezer overnight, and we washed them the next day, and we were kind of in a hurry to get it done. Because something inside me won't let me pre-harvest my plants early.
Right.
So, and I actually did take them down a couple days earlier than the rest of the crop, but it wasn't that big of a deal. So anyway, we got it done.
Yep.
Next, maybe next Tuesday, maybe I'll have the video of me pressing that bubble hash into rosin.
Just maybe.
Just maybe. You never know. Speaking of rosin, speaking of high quality
Guys, I'm gonna have
THC.
to get on out of here. Guys, I got to head back to my big boy job for the day. So good to meet all you guys that just came on board. Keep watching for everything that we got coming up, and I'll see you guys.
We got
on
a
the flip
lot
side.
of new viewers today.
All right, brothers. I'll see
Peace
you
out,
guys
brothers.
later.
Have a good one. Hit me up later.
Yeah, I will.
I'm gonna move over.
We're gonna shift over a little, huh?
Shift it. All right. So anyway, speaking of high quality THC
Yes.
rosin, we promised that we were going to give away 10 grams of rosin
10
today.
grams.
So that's what we're going to do.
Hold on,
We've
before
got-
we get started on this, let me get out my paper
Get out your paper.
so I can keep track.
Yes, sir. Okay. So we have the Wheel of Dank. All.
We brought it back.
Yep.
We brought back the Wheel of Dank.
Here's the Wheel of Dank. So we're going to spin this Wheel of Dank, and we're going to do it 10 times.
So
And go for it.
spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel. The Wheel of Dank, Dank, Dank. Who that? John Dodd. John Dodd, you have
Yep.
a gram of rosin. Are you here? Somebody tag John Dodd, or if you're here, say yes. Okay. Spin it again. You can only win once.
We remove it. Removes their name when they're done.
Ooh. Dustin Latham. Latham. Depends on where you're from, I would suppose. All right, number 3. Who's next? Who will win? Brenda Vidari. There you go. Brenda Vidari. Somebody tag these guys if you can.
All right.
Let us know if you're here and you win. Brenda is up there. I already see her. She congratulated. You won one, Brenda. Sarah Arnold. Sarah Arnold's number 4. Do it. Spin it, brother.
Yep.
Woo! We're like Patrick Mahomes down in the last 2 minutes. No huddle. Rusty Jack. Nice, Rusty. I didn't finish her last name. Rusty Jackson. Nice. I know she wanted to win bad.
Let's see number 6. Who do we got?
Josh Hyde. Joshua Hyde. You got one, brother. I know he said several times he wants some AOD rosin.
Right.
Number 6. Number 7.
Now
It's
we're at
number
number
7. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Susan Barker. What's up, Susan? Susan's got one. Susan's a great person.
Number 8. Who we got for 8?
John, my boy. John Beatty.
Nope, I don't know.
Ah,
No.
Christian Wattenbarger. Almost had it, John. Missed him by that much. Damn, I thought it was going to be John.
This is number 9.
Woo! April Dunwoody. April's got it. Number 10, this is the last one. Last one, go for it, man.
Good old number 10. Who's going to be the winner of number 10?
Oh, Blaine Martinson. Martinison. Man, my name pronunciation is off.
Right.
Okay, so cool. We got 10 winners.
Yes, we do.
All you guys, we will contact you for
Right.
instructions on how to pick your concentrate up.
Yep.
And guess what? It's totally fucking legal because
Yes.
we can gift you guys a certain amount.
Yep,
So,
up to 3 ounces.
yes, sir. Up to
And I
3
see a
ounces.
couple of where I was saying that they didn't see their name on the list. We try and get all the names. You know, if we missed you, we do
Well,
apologize.
there's also a cutoff.
There is.
Okay, if you don't get your name tagged on there before 11:45, and I'm
Yeah.
going to make sure I post this on there. I mean, we're right up to 11:45, 11:50, putting names on the wheel, but then we have to stop because we have other things we have to take care of, and so
To make this all run smooth.
right. So if you're not, if you don't get on there before like 11:30, 11:45, then maybe,
Just maybe.
you might not get on there.
Yeah.
However, if we did miss you, I'll make this promise. If we missed you this week and you got in before noon, then we'll put you on the wheel next week for some wins. So, or the next time we do the show.
Right.
We're thinking we're going to do it next week, but hey, you know what? We've thought that before.
Right.
But you know what, everybody? Great time session with you guys. We're going to dab out. And we're going to say goodbye. So everybody, get your dabs ready, get your bowl ready, get your joint ready, whatever it is you're doing with us here on our set.
Smoke 'em if you got
Get
'em.
it ready, and we're gonna say goodbye. Now it's
I
time
was gonna say if we're gonna start.
to say goodbye to all our company. I can't even remember what show that was from. Oh, that's the fucking Mickey Mouse Club. Fuck Mickey Mouse. Fucking pedophile motherfucker.
Wow.
Did I just say that? All right.
That was a little slip up there.
That was a premature evacuation.
Premature evacuation. Wow.
We're not done dabbing out. So yeah, man, everybody, we appreciate you guys showing us the love. Glad we can spread some of our love around.
Yep.
And you know what, everybody? Peace out, everybody. Say it, Zach. Stay lifted. Bye, guys. See you next week.
Later.